What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, bringing you guys our Week 3 Team Builder in P4G. Your Detroit type Nulls are taking on my boy Deathly and the Seattle DRIZZLERS. If you guys are excited, show some love in the like button down below. Of course, if you guys are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. The last time we played Tyler, it did not go so well. We played him in APA. He had his rain team. It did not work out well. So we're looking to come back with a vengeance this week. And his team is incredibly difficult to build for, but I believe we have the 6 here to get the job done. So before we go into my team, I'm gonna go ahead and take a second to talk about his team just a little bit here. First up here, he has the Empoleon, really, best defogger. Really good Pokemon as far as like a bulky water type goes. Doesn't have much reliable recovery outside of like leftovers and rest, but reliable rocker, good defogger, has 2 really good abilities in Torrent and Define if he decides to bring like a physical set with knockoff, drill peck, aqua jet, swords dance, things like that. Torrent is always gonna suck because it's gonna boost the scalds. It can set up rocks. I don't remember if it gets taunt, but it can set rocks and it can remove rocks, which is really cool. It does have some niche coverage moves as well. He's got the Alolan Muck, super bulky Pokemon, 105 base HP, typically seeming like an Assault Vest, but he could run like a Cursed Recycle set with the gluttony ability that it does have. Talonflame is just super broken in this format because you just lead with Flynium Z Talonflame and pick up a kill. So you gotta have something that switches into that bad boy, and you gotta have something to take that on. The Gale Wings nerf in Gen 7 is unfortunate, but we can work ways around that. It does very fast. Also has Gale Wings boosted Defoggy and Roost as well if from full. Not the Roost from full, but like Gale Wings, Priority, Defog, and Brave Bird and things like that. Still very fast too, 126 base speed. He's got the Virizion, super fast grass and fighting type Pokemon. Can be physical with things like Swords Dance, Leaf Blade, Close Combat. It can be Calm Mind with things like Focus Blast and Giga Drain and all that good stuff. The Espeon is a incredibly fast Psychic type Pokemon, 130 base special attack. It Magic Bounces hazards away, which is really good for deterring, setting up hazards, setting up spikes for things like Empoleon, setting up rocks for things like Talonflame, all that good stuff. He's got the Gligar. Gligar is a really cool Pokemon, 4 times weak to ice. Hopefully we can take advantage of that. Good rocker, good defogger, great Eviolite abuser. Can U-turn, can knock off, can earthquake, all that fun stuff. Shedinja, I don't know if Shedinja's gonna show up. It might show up. I don't know. I don't think it is, but that 1 HP, the Wonder Guard ability does suck, so you gotta make sure that like all of your Pokemon can hit it in a worst case scenario, which I'm pretty sure all of our Pokemon can hit it this week, but being able to set up rocks just deters that thing from coming anyways. Drampa is something that could definitely show up. Calm Mind Drampa could definitely be a thing that comes out, especially with either the Berserk or the Stab Sipper abilities for sure. Stab Hyper Voices, Stab Draco Meteors, different coverage moves as well. Rhyperior, Double Dance Rhyperior can definitely come. At least a Rock Polish set I could definitely see showing up this week, and we'll talk about that. But really bulky rock and ground type Pokemon, sets rocks, takes hits very well from the physical side, 4 times weak to water and grass, so we'll hopefully take advantage of that. The Electros, super bulky electric type Pokemon. We faced Lynx with his Electric in week 1. We are hopefully going to do much better with this Electros in week 3. And then last but not least, he's got the Glaceon, another mon weak to rocks, so rocks are definitely somewhat of a priority in this match, I would say. I really like Frost Breath, like crit, like Specs Glaceon could show up, maybe like a Life Orb set. Looking at his team, Rockers, Empoleon, Gligar, Rhyperior, Defoggers in the form of Empoleon, Talonflame, Gligar, a Magic Bouncer in the form of Espeon, and a Heal Veil user in the form of Espeon as well. So let's talk a little bit about our team here really quickly. First up here, we do have Silvally-Rock. Babylon is showing up this week. Rock Memory, obviously. Air Slash, Parting Shot, Multi-Attack, and Ice Beam. 100 HP, 76 in defense, 76 in special attack, 4 in special defense, 252 speed with a timid nature. This outspeeds Adamant Virizion by 1 point. Air Slash does knock it out after a close combat. We live with this bulk. We live in Adamant close combat and can go for Air Slash after, like, we'll outspeed Adamant close combat, go for the Air Slash. If he's Jolly, we take a close combat or a Leaf Blade, and then we, after the drops or whatnot, we can go for an Air Slash, or we can just Parting Shot out of there as well. Multi-Attack is good for things like the Talonflame. Multi-Attack is good for things like pretty much whatever's not a rock switch in, but Talonflame especially, Shedinja, things like that. Hits really hard. Ice Beam hits everything else. Ice Beam also grabs the Virizion. Ice Beam grabs the Gligar. Ice Beam also does some pretty good damage on the Electros as well. I'm sorry, not the Electros, the Rhyperior. And then multi-attack also does really good damage on the Glaceon. Like I said, speed is there for Adamant. We're outspeeding Empoleon, we're outspeeding Muck, Gligar, Shedinja, Drampa, Rhyperior, Electros, and Glaceon. So, like I said, I think Virizian's got a pretty good speed tier to bring Adamant if he does bring it this week, but only time will tell. Next up here, Scarf Frogadier this week. Really interesting set. I really like this set, and I'll talk about it here in just a second. Choice Scarf Shisui, the Frogadier Protean ability, Scald, Aerial Ace, Ice Beam, and U-Turn, 104 in attack, 252 special attack, 152 speed with a mild nature. Now, this was a little bit different. This was just to outspeed Talonflame originally, but like I said, the likeliness that he does bring, at least... Like I said, Double Dance Rhyperior has great potential against my team. Earthquake, like just Earthquake and Rock Blast just run through my team. Or even like Earthquake, Ice Punch, things like that. Just absolutely decimate my team. So I wanted something that could be faster than a +2 Jolly Rhyperior. That is Shisui. We do outspeed. We do knock it out with Scald through the Solid Rock if it is a max HP, max speed set. Ice Beam is there. Ice Beam helps with the Gligar. Ice Beam helps with the Drampa. U-turn for the initiative. And then Aerial Ace actually catches the Virizion off guard with 104 attack with a mild nature. We are OHKOing pretty standard Virizion after rocks from this, which is really cool. Next up here, Siren is coming this week. Siren's got a really interesting set. Siren is, we're going to use Siren's natural bulk to kind of help us out here. Expert Belt, Meloetta, Relic Song, Ice Punch, Close Combat, and Energy Ball. 140 attack, 252 special attack, 116 speed with a naive nature. After the Pirouette form, we do outspeed the Espeon. We will not outspeed the Talonflame. I've got other things for that, but we will outspeed the Espeon, which is sitting at 178. So we'll also outspeed the Virizion, which is really cool. Max speed Pirouette could outspeed Talonflame, but I don't want that because I like having the extra bulk. Relic Song does a lot. Relic Song also has the 20% chance to put things to sleep. Ice Punch hits everything that's not a Shedinja. I mean, Ice Punch is good for Gligar. Ice Punch is good for Drampa. Ice Punch is good for Rhyperior. Close Combat is good for anything that is not a fighting switch in. And then Energy Ball is really cool because if we can catch the Rhyperior off guard and just click Energy Ball as well, we hit really hard. Expert Belt, we've got the coverage for his team. I mean, Empoleon and Muck are a really good core to have. Same with Gligar. I can definitely see those three things coming, and this Meloetta just kind of absolutely shreds those once it's in the Pirouette form. Life Orb, Alolan Dugtrio, Tangling Hair ability, Stealth Rock, Aerial Ace, Earthquake, and Memento. 4 in HP, 252 in attack, 252 speed with a Jolly nature. We are speed tying the Espeon. Didn't need Iron Head. He has no fairies. Did not need Iron Head. So we get, and also Aerial Ace is pretty cool for the Virizion. We do have a solid chance of killing that thing after rocks with the Life Orb as well. Life Orb Earthquake just kind of starts hitting things really hard. I want rocks this week. Like I said, rocks hinder the Talonflame, rocks hinder the Shedinja, rocks hinder the Glaceon as well. Earthquake just hits really hard. Earthquake helps dismantle things like the Empoleon and the Alolan Muck once the like I said, Empoleon, Alolan Muck, and Gligar are coming. That is like the 3 Pokemon he can bring. Things like Memento can be cool for grabbing Meloetta into a Relic Song. It can be really cool for just other Pokemon to come in and do some damage on the team. If he's running low, or even if he's setting up like with an SD Virizion, we do outspeed that and we can go for Memento and kind of drop it from there. Next up here, AV Turtonator. I really like this set. Cupcake is rocking the AV this week. She has Stone Edge, Earthquake, Hidden Power Ice, and Dragon Pulse. Max HP, 112 in attack, 76 in special attack, 68 in special defense with a relaxed nature. We don't need to outspeed anything. We need to outspeed Bubkiss. That's what we need to outspeed. Earthquake hits the Empoleon and the Alolan Muck. Stone Edge OHKOs a max HP Talonflame from full. Hidden Power Ice, 2-hit KOs standard Gligar. Dragon Pulse because he has no fairies. Once Empoleon goes down, I kind of just start clicking Dragon Pulse with this thing is really cool. Giving it, so the relaxed nature with that bulk and the HP investment, we take a +2 Brave Bird very handsomely, and we take a Z Brave Bird from Talonflame very nicely as well. Turn around and can OHKO it with Stone Edge, Dragon Pulse if it's low enough, things like that after recoil. Yeah, no, really standard set. I really like Cupcake this week. I definitely think she's going to put in a lot of work. Honestly, I see no reason not to lead with Cupcake in this matchup because in Empoleon lead, I click Earthquake. He can't burn me. I take Scalds very handsomely. If he leads Gligar, I Hidden Power Ice for a 2-shot on that thing. That's pretty standard. I really don't see Shedinja coming. Leads Espeon, I just start going for Dragon Pulses. I mean, you can try to set up screens. Rhyperior, I Hidden Power Ice, or I Earthquake, things like that. I really, really like Tornado's matchup this week. And then last but not least, Shukaberry, Drapion, Arsenic is rocking her Battle Armor, Earthquake, Knockoff, Ice Fang, and Poison Jab. 252 in HP, 204 in attack, and 52 in speed with an Adamant Nature. The 52 in speed, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure that we are outspeeding a max speed Adamant Empoleon. We've got a little bit on there just in case he doesn't want to go max speed. Just also in case he feels like speed creeping with things like Gligar as well. Gligar uninvested sits at about 105. We'll outspeed things like max speed Eel. We'll do really, really well with this. Just the 52 in speed helps out with that. Shukaberry helps things, takes like Hidden Power Grounds from the Espeon, the Earthquakes from the Gligar, the Earthquakes from the Electros. I'm sorry, not the Electros. Keep looking at Electros when I want to say Rhyperior. Earthquakes from the Rhyperior as well. Earthquake, again, just dismantles his team. Stab Knockoff is always really, really good, especially coming off of, you know, a Pokemon as awesome as a Drapion. Being able to knock off, you know, berries, being able to knock off vests, being able to knock off potential choice items, leftovers, recovery, things like that. Ice Fang does a good amount of damage to the Gligar and the Drampa as well. And then Poison Jab is also really cool because Poison Jab does a number to the Virizion if he feels like pretty safe going into that thing. We just Poison Jab. Away. Earthquake helps with that. This thing is another Pokemon that helps dismantle that core of Empoleon, Muck, and Gligar. It's got the right coverage for it. And then, like I said, Poison Jab, once his resists go down, just start, you know, running shop. I really, really do like this team. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Of course, as always, the link to Tyler's channel will be in the description of this video. Go check him out. Go show him some love. He is doing fantastic in League format so far. I'm really excited to see where he takes it. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.